Welcome to another episode of Otaku Dime. I am the host with the most, aka Tony Melbourne, in the building, here with another episode. And joined with me in studio today is just Charles.
Yes, I am here, yet again, talking about One Piece. Dido. Uh-oh. You know that's the name of the treasure?
It better not be the One Piece.
And it's Scramble Line. Dido.
Well, we have a lot of parts of the story. Not a lot of movement in the story or character development, but there's a lot that's going on.
But I guess the first place we want to start is Pacey's instructor.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'm gonna say like a major theme of this overall thing seems to be regret. I mean, it starts out with the conversation between after Saturn pretty much says, "Hey, everybody, get off this island," which actually kind of surprised me because I thought that he just didn't care and he was just gonna blow everybody up, but apparently not. The Marines get to leave.
Oh yeah, no, I assumed that he was telling them about.
I mean, the way he was phrased it seemed different.
Well, I don't think he cares about them personally, but I don't think that he cares racist.
Alright. And then after we have that, we have a long conversation. Well, there's been a continuously running conversation between Vegapunk and Saturn because they ultimately represent two respective forms of science. Where Vegapunk is all about the discovery and the good that can be done, Saturn is pretty much about discovery to further his own power.
Yeah.
And
Vegapunk joined the side of furthering their own power because he needed some money, so this is a little bit of justice for him.
I feel like Oda probably should have had Dragon say something to him along the lines. It's just, you're going to regret this, and in the long game, you're going to regret that you actually made this choice. But live and let die.
Yeah, pretty much. After that,
another order that happened. The pacifistas got told to stay there as well. Which, depending upon the way you take it, I always took it as they brought all the pacifistas, because I don't know how many pacifistas they actually had created. But you pointed out that it's very well could just be the contingent pacifistas that they have with them. I'm pretty sure that Saturn's going to want to destroy the ball, because he doesn't know what weird programming's in them.
Well, see, I don't know. I feel like Saturn is going to work to reprogram. I don't think Saturn feels inferior to Vegapunk. Like, I've never gotten that sense from him.
Even though in every single sense of the word he is, pretty much every single... It's not like any of Saturn's major discoveries has actually forwarded the world government's agenda in any kind of way. I mean, he could just be the type of pompous jerk to not think, just even though all the evidence points to the contrary, he still think he could be as good, which I guess checks out.
That's kind of, I guess, what I get. It's because it really goes from that into like him just being full on like, no, we're going to do what we always do to all our islands that don't listen. Buster call. We're going to have these pacifistas stay here. They're going to attack on the island. And we're going to destroy everything. And I think he has the pacifista staying because him and Kizu are also staying. So I think they're going to order them to do something. Because they're the two highest the command.
Yeah.
So I feel like no reason to do it on the other one, so he doesn't have to. But I guess the next part of the story is we have what is it?
Sanji's going to go get Vegapunk.
Well, no, Sanji, Kuma. Sanji helps Bonnie, Kuma, and Frankie escape, and then he goes to get Vegapunk.
Yeah. They got loaded up into the rocket.
Yes. The vacuum rocket, or the rocket vacuum.
Yep.
And so?
And then he goes to go get Vegapunk. And then then we head over to see Nami and all of them.
Which isn't bad. We
No.
get to see them basically kind of recuperating from all of their previous encounters with York and her shooting the other satellite off Edison. We got them also sending Jinbei to go get Zoro.
Yeah.
Lucci, they're still over there fighting.
Yeah.
We don't want Zoro to get lost.
This is not going to end well.
And Brook is freezing clouds.
Brook is freezing clouds with Willis to move the Thousand Sunny into position so they can escape. And the Buster Call kicks off because, it actually kicks off because, well, I don't know if all the Marines made it off the island, and I don't know if they particularly care about that, but they started destroying the island.
Yeah, they said as soon as y'all are ready, start firing. No, don't wait. So that is literally what they're doing. People are firing on the island. Now I don't know how effective it's going to be because the Lavosphere's defenses are still activated. Even though I see some of the regular buildings getting knocked down, but I don't know if that's the case.
Like the area where the Vega Force One is, stuff like that. I don't think it's going to get destroyed. I think this could end up being more damaging for the world government than good because imagine you do a Buster Call on the island. It's just it for the most part still functions. That's not a good look.
That's why they're not leaving. They're going to make sure this works. But something that doesn't work anymore is the vacuum rocket.
Yep, because Kizaru cuts the vacuum tube in half and he just
Bonnie goes falling
inside of Kuma's arms.
Wrath is falling. The Vegapunk clone for Frankie's falling, and the Pacifista are now aiming at the falling group, planning to blast them out the sky.
Yep. And we get left off with 1, Luffy being full, 2, Vegapunk commenting yo, they don't care that they're your former father, or about your father's progenitor. They are going to blow you up all the same. So
Luffy is full.
Yep, and Luffy is full.
Have a crew coming.
Yep, so I'm guessing the next thing to happen is the crew roundup. But in terms of characters...
Oh no, I was going to say the last part of the story is reporting in. Our mission has failed. Call Kizaru and let them know that they are here to Egghead already. Someone else is coming to Egghead Island.
Yeah, and the way the actual text shows it as though they're drifting away. So they're basically their ship is sinking, and this is their last dying choice to send off this thing.
Yeah, right. So I wonder what's going to happen. I'm interested to see who's going to show up.
But in terms of characters, just this in, Saturn still sucks.
Yeah, you get to just see more of how he was talking about, I sent them to go destroy the ship of evacuees that you sent out.
Just because.
Yeah, just because they might have information. The reason I'm doing this on this island is because you might be harboring something. It's a lot of maybe, even though he is right about the harboring more stuff on the island, because dude definitely didn't say anything about that giant robot. So.
The Frankie Force One. Then the other major character inside of this seems to be Kizaru, which is he seems to be doing all of this stuff still despite his better judgment. But I still don't appreciate him smiling when he cut that vacuum tube.
It's I don't know with him.
Kizaru's character is so wildly inconsistent.
Yeah, that's a great word. He is very inconsistent.
Sympathetic 1 second, cutting something in half in another second. I would not be surprised if someone told me that he was not mentally all there at one point.
And that makes sense. He was.
And then the next thing is
Vegapunk is sad.
Yeah, Vegapunk's sad. I mean, it seems like he's come to regret all the choices that he made in terms of signing with the Marines and the government, but it's too late now. The Piper has, you gotta pay the Piper, and apparently, well, I think Vegapunk has a bigger problem with it because it seems to be everyone besides him paying the Piper.
Yes. That's his fault.
And he didn't realize who he really did. He was not cognizant of who he was getting involved with, and that's problematic.
Yeah. For all your book smart, but you're not people smart, so.
Yeah. I mean, Dragon pretty much told you. It's just like, yeah, I wouldn't do this if I were you, but I'm a biased person, so not necessarily reliable or this. But yeah, in terms,
I think those are the only ones for his
really
character.
Yeah,
no one else really did anything.
I mean, we get the little update about what's going on with Zoro and Jinbei. We get to see Nami, we get to see all the characters, but that's not that big a deal. But in terms of story, I mean, the story is pretty much moving along in a crawl, like the end of any One Piece arc kind of goes.
Yeah. Like, it's a fever pitch of chaos. It's like something big has to happen with the birdcage. There was Civil War on Alabasta, birdcage on Dressrosa,
the island falling down in
island falling down on Onigashima, the ship falling down on the Fisherman Island underwater. So yeah, everything is just like
the Great Escape from Sweet. Yeah. The end, I guess this is just a thing, and I should just expect it at this point. But it's still very agitating.
Yeah, this is just what Oda does. He just builds up a fever pitch, and then they leave.
All right. My final thoughts on this chapter is pretty much just what I said inside the story. It's taken forever to end this, and like with the end of every chapter, or with every arc, I'm looking forward to the ending because it feels like we've been here for forever. We're going downhill, and like Oda's downhills are on a very minor angle, so it always feels like going uphill might have taken less time than going downhill.
Yeah, because I feel like it takes a while to get to the actual downhill part, and all of it is just like this build up, but it's more like plateauing build up. So you get to a peak, and then you just kind of like ride that peak for a while, and that's where I feel like we're at now. We're just ready for let's get to the final fight, and then we can really get to our crew.
I don't think there are going to be any more large fights. I'm not sure if Vegapunk's going to make it out of there, but Luffy seems like he's done. I don't think him and Kizaru are going to go in the full fisticuffs again.
No, I think Luffy's going to hit Gear 5th.
I mean, he already did Gear 5th. I don't think him doing Gear 5th. I mean, if you think he's going to do a cartoon escape and just run away,
I think that his Gear 5th is going to activate that giant robot. Not going to have to do with a little bit of like their escape.
Oh,
I don't think it's going to be like real battle, but I think that like he's going to play a part in it.
Oh, they're gonna do something to undermine Saturn, and it's seeming like Saturn's gonna be the villain for Elbaf, but we can have that conversation in another place.
Yeah.
So
other than that, like, subscribe, comment, guys.
Yep.
Charles has something else to say?
Nothing. All right. Like, subscribe, comment. Bye bye.